I guess I'm so inspired to move now, right? With all that moves. Thank you. Very awakening for an afternoon session. I'm here today. Welcome you all, ladies and gentlemen. You can call me the coffee girl or the coffee entrepreneur because for the past 10 years, we've actually set up over 5 brands for Hong Kong, all related to coffee. I'm here today to talk about achieve higher with a can-do spirit. I guess that's basically in a nutshell what entrepreneur is all about. So let's start. The first slide. Where do we begin? Back in year 2000, I came back to Hong Kong. That's the second slide. We have the first slide. Sorry. The first slide. Yeah. Okay. Back in year 2000, in fact, in Hong Kong, there were only 2 major brands, the Reds and the Greens, that were dominating Hong Kong, which it's fantastic. Hong Kong is a very international city. It's good to have international brands, but it's also time we feel that Hong Kong should have a local coffee scene, apart from the TEDxCUHK that we are also in love with. Personally, I'm also in love, also addicted to coffee because that's what's keeping me awake. Back in college or in school where everybody is, I'm sure you need caffeine as well to stay awake. That's me as well. Came back to Hong Kong and need the type of caffeine that I'm so used to, which is the more European coffee that I need for myself. So that started the urge that I should start my own cafe, which I thought is very easy, very simple, and we took the advantage of the SARS period. Next slide, please. Yeah, so we found the right time, which was during the SARS period. The rental affordability was relatively good back then, and we seized the opportunity and we offered something very different to Hong Kong. We offered a very European type of coffee, as well as an ambiance that is very non-chainish, meaning it's not a chain type of interior or offering. And we also offer a free Wi-Fi service. We get that now everywhere, but back then we were the first cafe to offer a 18-hour free Wi-Fi service to all customers. And we also had a small kitchenette in the shop, which is very different from all the chain stores that you're not supposed to have your own kitchenette and do your own cooking. You should all get that from a catering company. But we believe in delivering and doing our own products, so we have our own kitchenette. And that was not a very easy period for us, although it was during SARS, because everybody, the city was very, in a very silent mode, and people were very cautious. But we came out, and it took us a few years to really get the buy-in from our customers. I think it's mostly from word of mouth. People liked the coffee, liked what we're offering, and people supported us, and that's how we grew along from 2003. Okay, I'm supposed to also talk about courage. Over the years, I think we're now stepping into our 9th year, 10th year. We've grown with Hong Kong, and we know Hong Kong has been in this ups and downs and all these different challenges over the past decade. We've obviously, as a retailer, we are always dealing with the rental issue. We have developed a very a more courageous way to tackle the issue by really focusing on our brand, really doing what we're best at, which is to do very good customer service, to do very good products. And with that, we hope we will have, and we did gain a lot of very loyal supporters who would follow us everywhere, not just on the prime locations of Hong Kong, but even when we move up to the first floor, from a ground floor location, moving up on the first floor, which is probably a third of the rent. we still had our customers following us to come to us and support us. And eventually we also opened an outlet on Gloucester Road. If you go to Open Rice and check this outlet, you see a lot of people writing about how this new Hong Kong brand chose a site which is next to another 4 big colors. The reds, the greens, and there's a blue, and also there's a new player which is orange. So we're the black. We're the black and white. So we're amongst all these competitors. The reason for us doing that is because we felt that in Hong Kong, being such a congested and competitive city, if we're not going to survive on this Gloucester Road, we're not going to survive Hong Kong. So that's basically the courageous move that we did, and we felt that we will always have to put ourselves into this kind of competitive situation, and to make sure we're always on our toes and we're always ready to compete and advance, no matter how big or how how strong our competitors or overseas international competitors are. Okay. About persistence, over the years, well, for the past decade, we have a lot of challenges apart from just the rental challenge. We've also encountered incidents where local landlords actually, I say positively discriminating us, but whether or not it's positive, let you guys decide. But because we're a local brand, at a certain point in time when we were developing, a lot of developers or customers felt that we are a lesser brand compared to other international brands. With that, we hung on, and we believe that Hong Kong is a real international city. And Hong Kong is a city that should not be lesser than any big city in the world. So if that's our vision and that's our belief, why are we not supporting our own Hong Kong local brand? That is the strength and the courage that I want to bring up today, that as a Hong Kong new generation, or as a Hong Kong, being part of Hong Kong, we should not always look to the West or always look to anywhere else for answers or for better things. But we have a lot of very good values and a lot of very good talents right here in Hong Kong. We also, apart from just building our brand, one of the very important strategy which the moderator just mentioned was that we also involved in a lot of CSR and charity events, because we strongly believe in engaging in the community of Hong Kong. We really believe that we believe here, we rooted our business here, and we have to give back to the society and the community here. Thank you. Next slide, please. Okay. So, well, we're now here in Hong Kong with this particular brand, the Black. We now have 14, 15 outlets in Hong Kong, but our entire group with the other brands that we've developed, we're a group of 28 outlets now in Hong Kong. We felt that it's been a very tough history in the past decade, growing from first shop to where we are today. We have a lot of adverse comments or a lot of negative advices or a lot of challenges, I should say, over the past years. But I think you need to have your belief, and you need to have your own vision, and you need to believe in your team as well. A lot of people think that what we had, the approach we took, it's very anti so-called MBA case studies, because we were not a very big, we're not a chain type of model. We're having our own kitchenette. We're not using the scalability, and we're doing everything completely different from the big greens. But Ironically, 10 years now, we're now invited by a lot of local and international prestigious universities to call us as a case study of being the new case study of the food retail industry by being different, by being daring, and by being out of the box. So in conclusion, I would like to say that it's very important, of course, to learn from others and to learn from other businesses what they can inspire us. But it's not just about learning and completely not about just copy and paste. Whatever you learn, whatever you got inspired, probably belongs to someone else. You should really learn and get inspired, but also develop your own mindset, your own values, and your own judgment, so you evolve and learn from others and develop your own way to success. I think that is the story of the black coffee in Hong Kong. So thank you very much, and have a very good day.